Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell, and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. Seen as the swan song to the wuxia genre of revered Taiwanese filmmaker Qin Hu, and obscure for over 20 years, The Valiant Ones is an exciting martial arts adventure based on real historical events that plays as a great companion piece to Jimmy Wang Yu's fantastic Beach of the War Gods, which also focuses on Japanese pirates in China. The intro of The Valiant Ones explains how the number of pirates sailing the South China Sea by the 16th century had multiplied so much that governments had lost any real control of the regions they had seized. These gangs had been formed for many decades before, when teams of Japanese ronin and bandits joined forces to wreak havoc across the land and sea, with many of them arriving on Chinese shores over the years and finding protection with traitorous Chinese officials. As the chief of a southern clan attempts to reach the capital, plans are put in action for him to be escorted by a team of highly skilled fighters who must safely guide him through the pirate-infested region. It doesn't really get any more complicated than that, with The Valiant Ones focusing on plot points that help bring the main characters closer to their goals. While most of Qin Hu's other works have been released and re-released over the years, The Valiant Ones has always proven a little bit harder to find. Shot back to back with The Fate of Li Kan, using most of the same cast and crew on both, the film eventually got its release in 1975, 2 years after the aforementioned production for Golden Harvest. While it didn't exactly break any records at the box office, The Valiant Ones was praised by fans and critics of the genre, and, almost 50 years later, has finally received the love it deserves with a new 4K restoration that really delivers what Hu wanted his viewers to see. Coming in at the height of his popularity after the success of films like Come Drink With Me, Dragon Inn, A Touch of Zen, and the aforementioned Fate of Li Kan, The Valiant Ones can be recognised for having such a great cast on board, with many future Hong Kong stars playing bit parts as pirates such as Yuen Hua, Corey Yuen Kwai, Mars, Yuen Bun, Stephen Tung Wai, Yuen Bio, Billy Chan, Peter Chan, and even Jackie Chan. As legend has it, Jackie was in need of the work at the time and was given the chance to play many roles throughout, but only if he kept his face hidden from the camera. Interestingly enough, Jackie's old master of drunken boxing himself and father of the infamous Yuen clan, Simon Yuen Shu Tin, appears later in the film as a pirate archer, which was great to see. The legendary Sammo Hung proves to be a scene stealer as the white-faced Japanese pirate Hakatatsu, and doubles up his duties as the action choreographer of the piece. The wonderful Roy Chow stars as General Hu, returning to work with Qin Hu one more time, along with his team of warriors who include the beautiful Su Feng and great Pai Ying, who star as the husband and wife duo sent out to protect the travelling chief. Su clearly enjoyed her time with Qin Hu, and no doubt appreciated his gamble on her when she debuted in the director's classic Dragon Inn. From there, she returned for the stunningly filmed A Touch of Zen, and again for both this and The Fate of Li Kan. Of course, Su Feng starred in a host of kung fu films over the years due to her success courtesy of Qin Hu projects in films such as The Invincible Sword, 18 Shaolin Disciples, Dragon Gate, which was penned by Qin Hu, The Face Behind the Mask, To Kill with Intrigue, and many, many more, including other Qin Hu titles. The great Pai Ying, who debuted alongside Feng in Dragon Inn, pretty much followed the same path, returning to join her in further Qin Hu adventures, as well as starring in a host of other kung fu classics. From Angela Mao's classics The Angry River to Hapkido, and A Fistful of Talents to Royal Warriors, Pai Ying fast became a recognisable face of kung fu cinema and went on to star in over 100 titles through to 2001. Popular bad guy Han Ying-che, who starred in The Eagle's Claw, The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, A Man Called Tiger, New Fist of Fury, and many more, also co-stars, along with other veteran names of the kung fu world such as the brilliant Li Man-tai, Lu Kong, Yuan Ting, Young Wai, and Hao Li Jian, many of whom had worked with Qin Hu prior to this. Delivering stunning shots of local scenery and becoming a part of the furious fight scenes, the film is beautifully captured by Chris Chen Ching-Chu, a cinematographer who has lensed many classics, including Bruce Lee's The Big Boss and Fist of Fury, Jimmy Wang Yu's A Man Called Tiger, A Queen's Ransom and The Killer Meteors, as well as Back Alley Princess, Half a Loaf of Kung Fu, and once again for Jackie Chan in Dragonlord. Respectively, Sammo Hung returns to choreograph for Keen Hu, continuing with their partnership from The Fate of Lee Kan. Of course, the legend had already had 5 years' experience working as a martial arts director for over 20 titles, including early Golden Harvest productions such as The Invincible 8, The Angry River, Bandits from Shantung, Lady Whirlwind, When Taekwondo Strikes, and The Skyhawk, for example. In The Valiant Ones, Sammo provides a wide range of exciting fight scenes that utilise the skills of his Peking Opera School brothers, most of who play accompanying pirates, with fast and furious swordplay that keeps the viewers glued to the screen and doesn't disappoint. The closing battle alone, featuring Hung himself, is still considered to be one of the finest and most impactful sword fights of its time. So while The Valiant Ones may come across as somewhat of a different Keen Hu film to those more often associated with his name, it still proves to be a genuine classic and one that's well worth seeing.